Alright, it's a quick demo to show how to use riffstation, or how I use riffstation to separate audio parts. In this specific example, I recently did a guitar transcription for David Crosby's cover of Woodstock, and with Becca Stevens on guitar. And later did the vocal part, and I thought I'd show that to you here. It's a really good example of how the riffstation app can sweep the field, and you can isolate very specific parts. So even though this is a live performance, it's 4-part harmony in a pretty good stereo field. So here's the original.
We are stardust, we are golden, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden.
Alright, great. So here it is in riffstation. Same file, it's just the wave only, not the video. And so real quick tour of riffstation, or if you don't know what riffstation is, it was an app a couple of years ago. I think it made it up to version 1.6, and there's a pro version. And Fender bought it. I'm pretty sure they bought it just to get this part of it to use as part of their play system, for teaching, more like a Chordify type system. It's not very good. It makes a lot of bad guesses, but it's not horrible. I'm guessing for some things it's okay. Probably pretty much everything you could just listen to by ear and say, oh, that's 1, 4, 5, minor 6, 2, whatever. I think it's going to do about that good. It has a thing called Riff Builder and a thing called Chord Viewer. I would never touch either of those. It's just not part of what I use the tool for. I used to use this primarily before I really started learning how to use Transcribe better, but since I learned how to use Transcribe, I don't really use this for that anymore. But it does have the ability to slow down and loop sections and adjust the pitch, if you want to use like fine tuning to fix something where the guitar is out of tune or a track's out of tune and you don't want to change your guitar. The thing to really pay attention here is we can solo or we can mute, and then we can sweep across the field and then change the width of it. And then separation is sort of like a wet dry mix. And then filter, I don't use. I think people use it to isolate bass or maybe a higher part. It's a high low pass filter. I just leave it over there and don't touch it. I mean, you can play around with it a little bit, but so real quick, I know where the 4 parts already, so I'll just give you a quick tour. David Crosby's going to be up the middle. Becca Stevens is over here. Michael League is going to be over here, and Michelle Willis is going to be the keyboard players all the way over here on the right, which is, interestingly enough, exactly how they're lined up on the stage. So, without any further ado, here's what it sounds like when you try to isolate a specific part.
We are stardust, we are golden.
So obviously that's just Crosby. If we roll over here a little bit, we'll find the Becca Stevens part.
Stardust, golden.
And then all the way to the left, you'll hear the Michael League part.
Stardust, golden.
And last but not least, and my favorite part, other than Crosby, of course, is this Michelle Willis part over here. It's a little chromatic walk down.
Stardust, golden. Got to get off.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. The other thing to know is that you can mute things out. Like, so if for some reason you wanted to practice singing one of these parts, you could just muted out, same way we isolated it. So
Stardust, golden.
right, you get the idea. It works great for finding a particular guitar, or when bands mix their guitar parts in a stereo mix. Makes it really easy to pinpoint things. If people have like an acoustic that's doubled in stereo and they're two different parts. There's one I did not too long ago by the Milk Carton Kids, hard panned left and right, and these two acoustic parts that sort of walk around each other the entire time, where when you just listen to them up the middle, it is it's not as good. And obviously, Transcribe has some of these same things, but nowhere near this capability. So that's it. If anybody has any questions or is interested in this, let me know.